Hi guys, today I will be the host. So we are watching to 7 things Americans do that confuse me as a European.
Okay, Sarah. Wait.
What?
I'm the one that tends to do that.
No, today.
Okay,
me.
Sarah. Oh, Sarah's taking control of the channel. Okay, let's go.
So ask them for a like,
Guys, thumbs up, leave a like.
and if they subscribe,
You make our day.
Yes.
Again,
the link below.
and
Let's go.
Let's go.
So today we are going to talk about some things that
Okay.
still shock me about American behavioral traits.
Okay, tell
Okay.
us.
You are not aware about Diane, right?
No.
I believe she's from Ireland, and
Okay.
she went to America multiple times. Yeah, actually, her videos are similar to the ones we do, I would say.
Okay.
But she has a different perspective since she went so many times to the US. You know.
I'll probably have to stupefy that as a video title because
What?
the algorithm is not too smart. Things that Americans do that only Americans do habitually.
Only Americans do.
Aww. The Canadian viewers always ask, do you include us in this list?
No.
Maybe a little bit for this one.
No.
You guys are different.
When we sorry, this is my American patriotic side talking at this point. When we talk about Americans, we talk about only the United States. What the hell, Canada? No.
Just always ask, do you include us in this list? Maybe a little bit for this one, yeah. You
Okay,
guys are
fair.
different. Like, we are different from British people in the Republic of Ireland, but there is also, like, some crossover.
Okay.
To be fair.
Yeah.
I
How many trips
understand.
have I been on to the USA by now? Can anybody keep track? I've lost track. But I would
multiple
say I'm a
times.
pretty frequent flyer to the USA, and yet there are still things that you guys do that shock me every single time. So we're gonna look at those today. The first thing, and it's to do with how direct American people, generally speaking, are, and of course,
Directness eating on you.
Okay.
Okay, I would say direct. I agree. I think they are quite direct. They
Yeah.
go into the point straight away.
Where are you from?
No, but very kind people
Yeah,
overall.
yeah.
Eating on you. I'm not sure what she's trying to say.
Yeah.
all of these things are generally speaking. Everybody is a unique and special snowflake, and everybody does things differently. These are just traits that we have in common. Like, Irish people love to drink. That's not true of all Irish people, but a lot of us, myself included.
Okay.
So you've probably heard people say that American people are very direct. And one way that I have found it come up a lot more than ever happens to me in any country in Europe is getting hit on.
Come here often?
I'm going to say this with some degree of caution. I don't really get hit on in most countries in Europe. I mean, okay, if you're in a
Okay.
nightclub,
That surprised me.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the first time I see this type of argument. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh,
But I mean, it's a perspective, maybe. You know. I don't know what to say here.
or something which I do not frequent, or if you're in a particular situation, but when I'm in America, if I'm getting like a cup of coffee or I'm just walking down the street or something, people will men. I don't get hit on by women actually, which is, I don't know, should I be insulted by that? I don't think I've ever been hit on by a woman. Anyway, that's nothing to do with this video. But men in America will actually stop and just start talking to you. And they'll be like,
you are
"Hey,
beautiful,
how are
so
you? Where are you
What? You are also beautiful. I hope no one talks to you. What is this?
from?" And I'm like, Ireland.
I think American people are curious when they see our outsider. Yeah.
No, I'm not
When
sure.
we went to Texas, everyone looked at us and, where are you from, friend? And
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I don't mind.
No, I'm joking. I love Americans.
Yeah.
But this argument is very different than what we normally see in this type of videos.
yes, it is.
Because there is a lot of videos that 7 things that Americans do that Europeans find weird. This is the most common video on YouTube nowadays. But first time I'm actually listening to this one.
like actually stop and just
But maybe this is something that, again, I'm ugly, so but maybe this is something that affects more beautiful women. So, I don't know.
anyway, that's nothing to do with this video. But men in America will like actually stop and just start talking to you. And they'll be like, hey, how are you? Where are you from? And I'm like, Ireland. And they're like, oh, other things. And they'll say things to you as direct as, I like you. We should go out sometime.
Oh, okay,
And you're like,
that is direct. Okay.
All right, okay. Never mind. I was thinking about maybe
In this case, run.
maybe she maybe she's going a bit far with this.
Yeah.
Now I see a point. Okay.
because I'm not used to it, you know? But
Yeah.
that brings me to my next thing that is somewhat connected to directness, but actually is its own little category. It's compliment giving and receiving. Americans
Okay, but this is very connected at this point.
just give out compliments all the time. It's so nice. Like, you'll just be walking down the road, and this woman was like, hey, great coat, girl. And I was like, thank you. Wait, was she hitting
Yeah.
on me? No, I don't think she was. Or
I
they'll be
agree with this. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree this. When I bought the jacket, the lady said, nice jacket.
Yes.
But the lady was 60 years old, Sarah, so.
Girl,
No.
you're having
She
a good
was
hair
nice.
day. And
She
I'm
was
like,
nice.
thanks. And the reason I say thanks now and not no, I'm not, which is actually mostly how, as an Irish person, I would be attuned to respond, is because of how Americans receive compliments. So generally, you give an American a compliment and they'll go, thank you. And they might say something nice back, you know, in return of their compliment. But where I'm from in Ireland, if you are given a compliment, the customary reply is usually to go, no, and tell them why they're wrong about the compliment they've given. Like, hey, nice coat. You'd be like, oh, this old thing, it's a piece of shit.
Really? Okay.
I don't really agree with that. I guess some countries are more negative, maybe.
Yeah.
I've had this for 7 years, blah, 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 blah. But in America, you just say thanks. And I think that's kind of nice. Something else I've had to try and get used to is informality and shorthand. So when this
Shorthand?
first popped up, particularly in relation to when I say thank you for something, I thought like people were being rude, but it's just how it goes. So actually the last point leads on really nicely to this one. Oh, it's almost like I scripted it like that, huh? And then I forgot how I scripted it. I just write bullet points, by the way. I don't write like scripts.
She writes scripts. She does nothing but talk absolute shite.
But when you say thank you to somebody for something, like they help you with something or they bring you something to your table
Yes.
or whatever, as would be their job, they're
They say you are welcome. I think this is how it will end, right?
not just randomly bringing you things to your table. You go, thank you, and they go, of course.
Thank you. Of course.
I knew
But it's true that's true.
yeah.
They say, of course, sometimes.
Yes.
But why? I don't understand. Now that I think, of course, makes no sense to say.
Why?
I mean, thank you should be welcome.
But
No?
it is the same.
It's kind of the same. Thank
Yeah.
you, of course. Yeah, of course it's kind of. Of course, I never
Of
helping
course,
you.
I have good intention.
Yeah,
to
yeah. No,
helping
makes
you.
sense. Never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
It is
no.
the same.
No, yeah, of course makes sense. I was like, because thank you, you are welcome. I think this is the most common expression, maybe. But of course, yeah, it's also common.
the first time I heard it, they didn't mean like, of course, but it just sounded a bit curt. And the other thing American people do when you go, thank you, they go,
Okay, but they don't say, of course. They say, of course. No. Wait, the lady here in the video said that, right?
I'm here
like they
for
help
you,
you,
of
with
course.
just randomly bringing you things to your table. The first time I heard it, they didn't mean like, of course, but it just sounded a bit curt. And
Wait, I want to see the lady on the video.
your table, you go, thank you, and they go, of course.
Thank you. Of course.
I
See?
But that was nice.
Yes.
knew the first time I heard it, they didn't mean like, of course, but it just sounded a bit curt. And the other thing American people do when you go, thank you, they go, I don't know. And you're
Yes.
No, I guess we have to go to America a couple of times.
It is rude,
To have a better
okay?
perspective about this. Honestly, my friends, no, being real, everyone in America ended up treating us so damn well.
Yes.
I don't remember if they said, of course, welcome. I don't remember.
I think everyone's said welcome.
Welcome. Yeah. No, but of course.
I was surprised everyone called me ma'am.
Yeah.
I felt so old, but
No, it's
okay.
I think it's normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not-
But a lot of times you'll have like a response like de nada. In Spain, if you say gracias, you say de nada. Or in Ireland, obviously.
Really? Okay, but in
Here in
Texas,
Portugal, if you say obrigado, we say de nada.
obrigado means thank you. De nada means it's kind of like you are welcome.
Yeah.
But the translation would be for nothing. Thank you for nothing, kind of, you know. It makes no sense that I'm trying to translate this. But basically, the person is, you say thank you, the person says de nada. Is it the same thing as in
It
Spanish?
is. It's
it-
like it's.
I
it's
didn't do
not-
anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That it was not difficult for me to help you.
Exactly,
That's
yeah,
why
yes.
for nothing, you know.
You say thank you and you go, you're welcome, which I guess is a bit like, of course. I love you more than life. You love my beautiful angel. It's his birthday this
Yes.
week, by the way. We're going to have a party with dogs on Saturday.
I
and
love
we're
how
going to
they say party, party.
No, the
accent.
the Irish
Yeah.
accent is
Party.
really. I actually find one of the most interesting ones.
Patreon and channel membership. If you want to check that out, do join us over there. But in a similar way, this shorthand translates to say you're in a shop and you'll ask somebody for something. And I don't know, it's not that in all shops in Europe people are like on their most formal behavior all the time. That's not the case. But say you go to somebody and you'll be like, excuse me, do you have this top in like a medium? And they'll be like, hey, Marsha, do we have this top in a medium?
A top.
A top, a blouse.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Never mind. Yeah, okay.
Medium, like, and they don't necessarily acknowledge you, which is like different, but not rude, just different. The next thing that always surprises me is the amount of brand loyalty that Americans have. And that shows itself in different ways in different parts of Europe. For example, in Ireland, it'll be what rugby team you follow or what football team. And that is the case in America too. In Spain, it'll be like, are you part of a hiking group or whatever? And I'm not saying brand loyalty doesn't exist in Europe, but the degree to which it exists in America is next level. And I do see the incentives for it. Like, for example, airlines, you guys got me really into that, like be loyal to an airline and they'll give you points, and if you collect those points then you can get cheaper flights, and that totally works.
So, for example, if they drink Dr. Pepper, they drink Dr. Pepper all the time. Kind of like loyal to a brand.
Okay.
I mean, for a team, yeah. I mean, the people in San Antonio supported, for example, for basketball,
Their team, of
San
course.
Antonio Spurs. That's true, but I didn't know about this, but kind of makes sense.
I'm so sorry, my friend, but I had to stop the video. I was looking at my statistics on YouTube, and guess what? Most of my viewers are not subscribers. How the hell is that possible? Please consider to do it if you are one of those. That said, we are not done. Another thing, if you can follow me on social media, links below, that would mean the world to me. You make my day, as you are aware. There is also a Patreon link below, and you may find some country music reactions. Take a look. You can join for free, actually. That said, let's continue with this.
And that's a great idea. But then there's stuff like Disney, like people are like Disney people or Harry Potter people. Let's take the Stanley Cup.
Okay.
Ah, but
You
this-
belong a group?
Yeah, it's kind of like, but this
If I like Harry Potter,
you can find in America. You can find a lot of people like you. That's true. It is more difficult.
Okay.
That's true. There is niches, groups for everything. I actually think that's true.
okay.
I like Magic the Gathering, and I follow a lot of groups channels in America.
Yes.
In Europe, there is, but in America, quite more, basically.
Interesting.
Thing recently, like people want to feel part of something, but they will give their loyalty to a brand more so. And obviously that affects people in parts of Europe too, just not to the same extent. And I do find it really interesting. I'd really like to hear your input on why you think that might be, or if you think perhaps I'm incorrect in that, let me know below in comments.
No, but for real, this one is interesting. Leave us a comment if you think this is true, because I don't even know if this is totally true, But I agree that in America you can find communities for everything you love. If that's their point, I agree, But yeah.
I do enjoy the conversational aspect of this, but from my casual observations, I have just seen a lot more brand loyalty in America than in Europe. The next thing is describing distance. So I've mentioned before on the channel how you guys will compare it to a physical
This one is
thing,
true.
like, oh, it's 2 football fields away. Is that what you guys say?
Really?
No, they say block.
Football
They say
fields is
block.
one, isn't it? Like that's a way you.
No, no. They don't say football fields are. Why? They never said that. They say it like 4 blocks away. They say
Yes,
that. They say
yes.
that.
I know that.
And they also have that weird word, miles.
Describe a size of something. But another thing is that when I'll ask directions to somewhere in America, the way they will explain it is how long it will take me to get there. So for example, I might go, oh, do you know where the Irish Heritage Centre is? And they'll go, it's about 10 minutes away. And obviously they mean by car, because most of the time they do not mean by public transport.
Obviously.
yeah. I mean, car culture. That's a good point to put on this video.
Walking. But it's interesting how they default to how long it'll take you to get somewhere. I just find that interesting. And the next thing I have noticed about American personality traits is competitiveness. You guys are so competitive.
This one I kind of agree.
Yes,
is what
that's
we don't
why
want.
they are the best
Yeah,
in
no.
everything.
I think
Compared to Europe, to Asia.
I think America is the best example of capitalism being well. I mean, I should not say well done, but being more advanced. And capitalism brings competition, I think so.
Yes,
You in the Eurovision. You'll
And that reflects in their own people.
of course.
take it too seriously. Like, you get that we're doing campy, but you'll like put huge production value behind the campiness. So as I understand it, competitiveness is deeply ingrained in American culture, from
It
the
is.
education system to the workplace. Like, there are schemes in place that will make you feel competitive.
Even if you look at numbers of how many hours Americans work versus other nations, they tend to beat almost everyone. Yeah.
leisure activities, or you guys would say it like leisure, they become very competitive in the US. And definitely, of course, you get people in Europe who are competitive by nature, type A personalities. But also there's a lot more just doing something because it's fun, as opposed to like having to find out who's the best at something or having to be the best. Now, again, this one is up for discussion, and certainly I'm seeing a skewed aspect of perhaps how children are treated in America in terms of competitiveness. Like, for example, they might take on dance, but then they have to be like the best at dancing and a professional dancer, or gymnastics, and they have to be the best. A lot of times here, you'll just like send kids off to do something just because you kind of want them out of the house for a few hours. If you are a parent, let me know below in comments how you feel about that, or maybe you have encountered other parents who are very competitive with their kids. And the final personality trait that I have noticed from American people, and it's one I particularly love, is entrepreneurial spirit. The United States has a strong culture
I mean, those two those last two are difficult to disagree. Basically, it's true. I mean, look, just look at the major companies in America.
Yes.
of entrepreneurship and innovation. And Americans are hugely proud of self-made success stories. Like,
True.
you very much champion people who are go-getters and who do the thing. And I've noticed
American
in
dream,
society,
baby.
you're very
No, this-
encouraging, even
spot on.
to me on this channel, of me trying something new or new ventures, or say somebody's trying to start a new company or something. People are so encouraging from America. And I find in Europe, it's a little bit more insular. Like, people are like, okay, you go do that thing. Like, the encouragement from the American side is just massive. And as
It's
I
like,
said, champion.
are you sure you are going to fail?
No, you mean here?
Yes,
Ah,
here,
yeah,
here,
yeah, yeah.
here.
People who are go-getters. I think that's really cool. I guess it's hinged on the fact that the country is based on innovators and pioneers, and the come up has been so fast for America.
And I also think a lot of Europeans that end up going to America at the beginning, they are tired of Europe.
Yeah,
You
they are
know,
tired
of rules,
of
tired
this
of
type of mentality,
Yeah.
losers.
and I think now the nation is kind of not say losers. Okay, I don't.
No, I meant loser mentality.
Loser mentality.
Yes.
Okay.
We are not
Kind of how
losers.
quickly
Yeah.
it's grown, so it makes a lot of sense. But yeah, those are just a couple of things that I noticed that still shock me that American people do. Let me know below in comments if you think that there's anything that I
Okay.
missed, or indeed if you disagree with me on anything. Let me know below in comments. I always enjoy the discourse in the FHC. Sometimes it's the first hour, but sometimes it's just the first half hour. You just gotta be fast. Shout out today to these very cool people. Chewy, do you want to help me with this shout out? These are the
Chewy.
members of the Comic Girls crew.
Yes, this is the Patreon. Sarah, yeah, interesting video.
Yeah, it was.
The start was crazy.
Yeah.
The last points, I think she's spot on. The first ones, I think they are more controversial, if I'm going to
Yeah.
be real. But the interesting video, because it was different than what
We experienced.
we
yeah.
tend to experience. Yeah. Yeah, Sarah, say goodbye to our friends.
Bye, guys.
Bye, my friends.